And so first I would call on John Gottschalk, the chairman of the Omaha World-Herald Company, who's chair of the University of Nebraska Lincoln Campaign Committee, and he'll be joined by Chancellor Harvey Perlman.
Thank you, JB, and good morning, everyone. I grew up about 500 miles from the Lincoln campus, but the University of Nebraska is important throughout our state, and it has a connectivity throughout our state. Even as a youngster, the university was a special place to me. It was a place when I went to the university of great discovery, and not least amongst those discoveries was discovery of self, the difference between teaching and learning, and perhaps it was there that most of my learning transpired. That opportunity to learn is an enormous opportunity, and one that we ought to provide and make every effort to provide every student in our state. One of the reasons that scholarship assistance is such a key ingredient of this campaign is so that our university can significantly advance the education of all of our youngsters. If you think about the Early Childhood Initiative example, over 85% of what goes on in an infant's brain hooking up happens in the first 3 years. And this process of education from beginning to adulthood is so very special, and it is the university that is the center of that process in our state. Water, another area, is so important, not only here in Nebraska, as JB has indicated, but throughout the world. Water is a lifeblood of our state and has been for some long time. Even though it's particularly important in the west of our entire country and in the world, it does not limit the extension of this university into this most critical area of need throughout the world. These are just a few of the reasons that I am proud to take this leadership role. And with that, I'd like to acknowledge the Chancellor of the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, Harvey Perlman.
Thank you, John, and I certainly want to thank you for your willingness to take a leadership role for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. In Lincoln, we believe this campaign has an opportunity to transform the university to the next level, and I think the university is well positioned to do that. We've had for the last 8 years 2 priorities: undergraduate education and research. We've aligned those priorities with what we consider to be the primary needs of the state of Nebraska. So this is a campaign not only about the university, but about Nebraska. We have to find a way to attract and keep young people here. We have to create a diverse economy so that the jobs are there so that we can keep young people here. That translates into having an educational program that can attract our students and students from elsewhere. It means enhancing our research activities because innovation is critically important, both to assure our students develop innovative bents of mind and to attract private sector companies to Nebraska. Some of those research areas have already been mentioned here: water, life sciences, particularly its impact on agriculture, early childhood education. We hope the first building at Innovation Campus is focused on agriculture and life sciences. We have the Durham School of Architectural Engineering and Construction as a top priority. Scholarships and honors programming, such as the Jeff Rake School, that attract top students here are a top priority. I believe we can and we must prepare students for an economy driven by innovation. The world economy is built on innovation. We must keep our young people here and help them develop into future leaders. So I think in everything that we do, including this campaign, we feel not only the responsibility for building the university, but also the responsibility for contributing to the success of the state of Nebraska. Our recent success as a university is directly attributable to the success of the last campaign. Our future success is directly dependent on the success of this one.
Thank you, John and Harvey. Now we'll move to the University of Nebraska Medical Center and ask the campaign leaders for that campus, Gail and Mike Yanney, to come forward, joined by Chancellor Harold Moore.
Thank you, President Milliken. Obviously, I'm Gail Walling Yanney, my husband Mike Yanney. I graduated from the University of Nebraska in 50 years ago plus. I went from there to the University College of Medicine in Omaha, and I can say very gratefully that my education at both those institutions would allow me to compete and practice medicine anywhere in this country, and perhaps then even the world. It was wonderful. Michael went to the University of Nebraska at Kearney, and between the two of us, we've had something to do with all 4 campuses, one way or the other. And we are delighted to be involved in the campaign at this level. You walk across the campus today, and the campus even in Lincoln or at the medical center, it looks nothing like it did 50 years ago when I went to school. And that's a good thing. We are on our way from being a great university to being a world-class university. And that's because we have great leadership, not only inspiring us with their vision, but with their ability to execute. With that, I'd like to introduce Chancellor Moore.